Welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to talk about budgeting, and this can be a very boring topic, and it's actually one of the hardest things for people to actually buy into. Because it's so hard to get people to buy into often, a lot of financial advisors have started saying that they don't actually like budgeting or the term budgeting, but even those that don't or say they don't like budgeting, well, I'll still recommend some way of tracking your spending. Budgets or tracking your spending is a great way to keep you from overspending, predict your retirement spending, build your emergency funds, helps you achieve your financial goals. It provides a clear overview of all your finances, helps you avoid debt, which is a big one. It helps you make informed financial decisions, and it can really reduce your overall financial stress by giving you more control over your finances. Now, there are several apps that can help you track your spending. I know Mint is probably the biggest one. YNAB, You Need a Budget, is another great one. Pocket Guard and Good Budget are great apps. Pocketsmith is another one. There's lots and lots of them out there. With these apps, all you do is you enter all your card information, your credit cards, your debit cards, anything that you spend money on. You attach it to those apps and they actually track all your spending, categorize it, and you can really see an overview of where your money is going in the overall amount that you are spending. And if you just have a debit card because you're younger and you don't have a credit card or anything right now, your bank actually probably does this already for you. This all sounds great in theory and super convenient and easy, but what I found when helping people create their budgets is that it's actually not that effective. It just becomes another app on their phone that people don't use and they're not checking it. And if you're not checking it often, it's not really doing you any good. What I have found works much better is creating your own spreadsheet. If you create your own spreadsheet, it forces you to always see where your money is going because you're always inputting all of your dollars. My wife and I have actually tracked every dollar that we've spent since we've been married. This was really important to us when we first got married. We were both university students and we wanted to be financially responsible. So we needed to see where all our money was going and how much money we had to spend. We do feel that it is less necessary now. We've actually talked about not tracking our spending anymore because we know where all our money is going. Right now, I basically just do it to predict retirement spending. I'm getting closer to that point in my life where retirement is becoming a reality, and I really just want to crunch some numbers and make sure I'm on the right track. Creating spreadsheets can scare some people away from doing it. You don't have to create your own spreadsheet. A simple search on the internet can find you thousands of templates. I use Vertex 42. That website has literally thousands of different templates that you can use. A simple search in their website for budget will give you more than 20 different versions, different templates that you can use. They often will have little videos in there before you download it, showing how you can use it. It's a great site. I use several templates from that website, and you can actually download an Excel version or you can download a Google Sheet version of the template. And then of course you can modify it to make it your own. Here's an example of what my wife and I used for years and years and years. We really wanted to show which categories all of our expenses went into. You'll notice a couple of things that I don't have on here. We don't have a spot for income. We are both teachers, and so our income is very predictable. We make the same amount of money every single month. So we actually thought we didn't need to put that in there because of the consistency of that. Another thing that we don't have in here is savings. You should always pay yourself first. You should put a spot in there for your savings, your retirement, your TFSA, your RSP, something like that. And we actually put that in our bills. If you treat your savings like a bill and you pay that every month, then it's ensuring you that you do pay yourself first. And that's really, really important. So we considered our retirement savings a bill, and we put that into that category. I had some conditional formatting in here. So if I made a grocery purchase that exceeded my monthly budget, then it would turn red and I would know that, listen, I've spent too much money on groceries. And groceries, we were okay with going over, but if in the entertainment section we went over that $150, we knew, you know what, maybe we won't order pizza tonight. We went over in our entertainment section. Maybe we'll just make something at home, which is a lot cheaper. What I do now though, after watching a YouTube video from Stephen Antonioni, He just created pivot tables, and I'm at the point in my life where I don't really need to categorize everything that much. I just want to know how much I spend per month, per year is even more important. And so what I do is I create a pivot table. So I just basically make a list of all the things that I do. And I really just do this once a week now. On the weekends, I go through all our credit cards, our debit payments, and I just make a list of everything that we've spent. So I've got an example here. And what I do is in the category, instead of typing out the category each time, I actually create a drop down, and I'll quickly show you how to do that drop down. If you just click on the spot where you want to drop down and you go into insert, you'll see there's a drop down section here. And here you can just type in the different categories that you have. So I've got a grocery category. I've got a gas category. I want to add another one. So I'm going to add a miscellaneous category. And you saw on my previous budget the different categories that I do have, but I'm just going to cut this short. And so now when you press done, here you can see that instead of typing it out each time, so if I go to the grocery store 5 or 10 or 15 times, instead of typing out grocery, I can just select it. And if you click on this little blue line here and drag down, all of them will have that same one. So now you can select grocery for this one. Let's say I went to Esso for some gas, Costco got some more groceries, and then Amazon, let's say that was a miscellaneous purchase. And now what I do is I just create a pivot table for it. So if you go to insert and select pivot table, for the data range, I always select a large. Let's just go from A1 to D300 because I'm going to be adding more and more each week. I want to just put it into the existing sheet, and I'm just going to select, let's say, this cell right here and click create. Now on the side here, on the rows, I'm just going to click add, and I'm just going to categorize it by category. And for the values, I'm just going to go by the amount, and it tallies everything up. So every single thing that I put into the groceries, as I continue to add it, will get tallied up there. And I like to go from descending for the sum of the amount. So now it tells me my highest spent amount to the lowest spent amount. And again, as I add another one. So if I went to Petro-Canada to get some gas again, I can just drag it down and select gas here. And let's say, I don't know, I spent $25 at Petro-Can. And you can see that it added that amount to the gas. If you do want to break down each of the categories and see where your spending habits are, if you just double click on, say, gas and the money, a new spreadsheet gets created in the tab below, and you can see I've spent, I went to the gas station twice, and this is the breakdown. So for me, this works for me now because of the stage that I'm at. I know where most of my money is going. I just want to make sure that we are spending within our means each month, and that gives me an idea of how much we spend in an annual basis, which helps me plan for my retirement goals. Setting up a budget is really easy. Sticking with a budget, that's the hard part. If you do stick with the spending trackers or the budgeting, whatever your choice is, you will find that your spending habits do change over time, and it'll really be beneficial for your overall financial wellness. I hope this video has helped you think about creating your own spending tracker or budgeting spreadsheet. And if you like this video, please subscribe below and have a wonderful day.